Hello. So today I have the
Hi.
privilege to have a special guest, the winner of the BSO Corpus Score, Elaina Stuppler. Thank you so much for coming, for your time, Elaina.
Thank you. Thank you for
Uh,
this incredible opportunity.
Absolutely, we're very much looking forward to performing your piece. And yeah, I just wanted to take a moment to sort of get to know you and get to know your piece. And if you can just start maybe introducing yourself a little bit, that'd be great.
Yes. My name is Elaina Stuppler, and I'm a 16-year-old composer and musician from Portland, Oregon. And this year, I'm All Classical Radio's Young Artist in Residence. And just again, I'm so grateful for the Bloomington Symphony Orchestra for this extraordinary honor of hearing my piece performed.
16 years old. Wait, so you're a high school student?
Yes.
You're, which years is it? Junior? Sophomore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Junior.
Okay. Wow. My gosh. It's crazy how young you are and then your accomplishments that when I was reading your bio and stuff. Um, cool. So, obviously, uh, you've probably, being in the orchestra, you're playing, some instruments and stuff. Like, do you play any instruments, or like, are you in the like, school orchestra or youth orchestra or band, or like, what's sort of your other background besides composing?
I play the trombone in my school band and jazz ensemble, and I also play in the Portland Youth Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh, that's cool. So trombone is your main instrument.
Yes.
Do you play any other instruments besides trombone?
I also play the piano, violin, and I sing.
Oh wow, okay. See, like you're so versatile, musician and composer. Let's talk about your piece a little bit. So, what is Rose City Wonderland about?
Rose City Wonderland is a piece I wrote that really encapsulates the joy and excitement of wintertime. And whether it's experiencing the first snowflake falling from the sky, or sitting by the fireplace with a cup of hot cocoa, or experiencing the giddy feeling of sledding down a snowy hill, my piece attempts to capture the charm of December holiday magic that flows through the season all festive long. And there's always a whirlwind of exhilaration in spending time with loved ones, and also those chaotic moments of last minute present wrapping. And each year I always look forward to the thrill of decorating sheets of cookies, and I always finding myself eating too many. And my favorite is the unexpected delight when I get a call from my school saying that it's too snowy and there's
Yeah.
no school. And also just really experiencing the wonders of nature outside my window and exploring the snow-colored landscape.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Do you get like snow days in Oregon? Like, do you get snow a lot in winter?
We usually just have one stretch that's like a week. Sometimes it's 2 weeks, but like a week where it's just very, very snowy and
Oh wow.
yeah.
I actually had no clue. Like I know, like in the West Coast, especially in North, like I have some impression of it's been like raining all the time, but nature is beautiful. But I had no clue that it actually snows and stuff. That's
No, it's very rainy here, yes.
yeah. I used to live in Florida, so like I'm used to sun. But yeah, it will be interesting to visit sometimes. Now, where does this name come from? Rose City Wonderland.
So I originally was commissioned by the Portland Youth Philharmonic to write a piece, and I titled it Rose City because that's one of the many nicknames for Portland, Oregon here. And I wanted to specifically encapsulate what my hometown looked like in the wintertime in the snow, so that's where I added on the Wonderland for this
Okay.
project.
Yeah, that's really neat. That's really neat. So it is definitely like has a connection with your hometown, basically. Yeah, that's really neat.
Yes.
What is your favorite things to do during the holiday season?
My favorite things to do during the holiday season is to go outside and just explore in the snow. I think seeing everything in white really alters the canvas after looking at the same scenery for most of the months of the year. And my street usually never gets plowed, so it's just a big ice rink.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's definitely like yeah, because I grew up in Japan and I didn't really grow up seeing snow. And when I moved to the States, first time it was in Nebraska, in the middle of nowhere, and it snowed crazy. And just seeing this white scenery is like, yeah, definitely something, I don't know, really magical. Like, experiencing that. And do you get like cold, like, do you get like freezing cold where the road gets icy and stuff in Oregon?
I think the for the time that I've been here, since I'm originally from California too, so it's kind of a shock to see the snow, but the coldest I've seen it here has been like 25, I believe, but after it snows, it just rains so much that it just all turns into ice and slippery.
But yeah, I mean, sometimes I obviously scared of it. Sometimes I was looking, I was waiting for that thing to happen so that the school get canceled. Um, but that's cool. Now this is a really random question, but what is the craziest memory you have about the holiday season?
The craziest memory I have was a few years ago. I took a visit to my grandparents' house and I was scheduled to come back like the next day, but then every single flight back home to Portland was canceled, so I was stranded in Arizona for like 3 days.
Oh wow. Was it because of the weather or
Yeah, it
what?
was because of the weather in Portland. There was like no flights coming back because of the snow.
Oh wow, okay. That's yeah, again, like I didn't really think about Oregon being, you know, affected by snow that much, but I guess, at least you got to spend extra days in warm Arizona.
Yes.
That's really nice. Yeah. Um, Now what's your plan for this upcoming holiday season?
I'm excited to spend time with my family and just be together. We love to cook and play games and watch movies and
Nice. Yeah. That's always a really yeah, something that I always look for, and lots of food. Like sometimes it's too much.
yes, too much food.
What kind of do you have, like a traditional, not traditional, but typical like holiday meal that you make at home or your family makes?
We usually do something different every year. I feel like we don't have a tradition. I mean, we always do the cookies and always some sort of we love potatoes, so always some sort of like potato dish.
Oh, nice. And you get to like participate in cooking and stuff? Okay,
Yes, I love to cook too. What
nice.
about you? What's your favorite holiday food?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's a weird tradition in my country. Like everybody eats KFC during the Christmas.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, but I don't. I wasn't really part of that tradition. I just yeah. I'm also same. I think it depends on the year. I like to bake too. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Depends on the mood of what I'm feeling, I guess. Yeah. Ah, okay. That's cool. So when did you start composing? Obviously, you're still really young. But like, when was the time that you felt like, oh, this is something that you're interested in, you want to do?
In third grade, I broke my leg, and because I couldn't move around much at all at recess, my third grade teacher would wheel out a tiny electric keyboard, and because I couldn't run around or be very active, I really found my love and my passion was sparked for music, and just being exposed to the piano every day cultivated my love of improvisation and composition.
Oh, wow. So that just happened from with this accident that you broke your leg and you got the keyboard and you just start improv and composing. That's really neat. Oh,
Hmm.
wow. And And what kind of a music, like, so you obviously played trombone and piano, but you started with like a piano music. When did you get into like a more orchestral, bigger, group, like composition wise?
Like started writing for bigger groups.
Yeah.
When the pandemic happened, I started writing for more like instruments. Prior to that, I just did a lot of songwriting with like voice and piano, but when the pandemic hit, I started branching out to doing more orchestral and chamber stuff.
Okay. Now, do you have like I don't know, inspirational figure, or like the composers that you look up, or like like any composers that are like inspirational to you?
I'm inspired by just so many composers through all different genres, from Beethoven to Billy Joel to Duke Ellington. I'm just inspired by every single genre.
I love it. Yeah, that's awesome. That's yeah. We can see from your piece there are some like very classical part to some romantic sections in the middle, and then and this excitement that the contemporary music has, which that's the variety of your musical expression and language was definitely something that we all impressed, and then it's just like you mentioned, it's very exciting. It really depicts the exciting scenery of holiday season. So that makes sense. So what is your future like dream goal?
My future goal is to just keep composing and performing and blending all genres and styles from pop, Latin, jazz, and classical together.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Music is music, and there's no boundary or good or bad. I think just like you say, it should be, music as it is. So that's fantastic that you're doing it. Do you have any pieces or projects that you're currently working on right now?
Currently, I'm working on a bunch of pieces because I have, through my residency with All Classical Radio, I have a show coming up called Thursdays at 3, which is a live show that features my compositions. So I'm working on a bunch of like little chamber pieces for that, and I'm also working on some songwriting songs that I'll play and sing too.
That's fantastic. Can you talk a little bit about this the radio young composers, the program thing that you mentioned? Sorry, that's
The All Classical Radio.
yes, yeah. Like
So it's the classical radio station in Portland that serves throughout the U.S. and internationally, and I was the young artist in residence chosen for this year's residency.
okay. So you started this program in like this season, basically, like this past fall, and then you're going to be composing for them several pieces throughout the year, basically. Wow, that's
Yes.
quite a busy schedule. Like you have many pieces and projects just coming up almost all the time, I'm assuming, because it's a radio station that runs almost every week, right? And I don't know how frequent they will give you some assignments and stuff.
I only have one show, so I'm just working for like 9 or 10 pieces. My show is in January, so I'm just working towards that date.
Okay, yeah, well, which is coming up. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Well, we're gonna just finish the interview portion of it, but well, thank you so much, Elaina, for your time and talking about yourself and your piece, and we're all very much looking forward to performing your piece at the Celebrated Season concert. So thank you again for joining.
Thank you, and just a huge thank you to the Bloomington Symphony Orchestra for supporting young musicians like myself. It's just really made such a positive impact on my life. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.